Hey, what's up, Street Talks? It's Eric from the Eric from Street Photography blog. So I just want to talk to you a little bit more about just life goals. So I don't think that there's any more legitimate or less legitimate life goals. It seems that in life, honestly, it just comes down to setting arbitrary life goals you have for yourself, which you consider fun and interesting, and you just kind of want to accomplish it for the sake of accomplishing it and pursuing it with your utmost zeal. And the thing about goals which are tricky is this. A lot of people will say your goals are stupid, your goals are unworthy, whatever, and people will say that like, oh, that's a dumb life goal. Now, the problem is this. There is no real hierarchy of life goals, I think. So, like, I'll give you kind of like a silly example. So, like, one of my simple life goals is I want to deadlift 500 pounds. And it's kind of to me, it's kind of a nice life goal because it's not a matter of whether I could do it or not. It's a matter of like how long it's going to take me. So it seems that the best goals in life are the ones that actually require some sort of training, and the life goals where the more you work at it, the better you could get at it, and eventually you could actually attain these life goals. So it does seem that, like, in some regards, having attainable life goals is a very interesting one, because that's what gives us the great stimulus and the great motivation to live. So obviously you don't need life goals. Like, I'm really a big fan of like Taoism, Zen, Buddhist thought, where all is change, all is becoming. It's kind of like the Heraclitus vibes. But you could still live a grand life, you could still achieve great things without having certain goals. Now, I think the problem about goals is that people tend to get a little bit too nerdy about it. Is people are trying to like quantify, they're trying to optimize it in some sort of nerdy way, kind of like Silicon Valley style. But the problem is that ultimately all of the goals you achieve in life, ultimately none of it really matters for the most part. So some people might fall to nihilism. It's like, okay, if it doesn't matter, what's the point of even pursuing it? But I say, once again, it's not a matter of whether it has significance or if it matters or not. It's just like, are you having fun or not? I mean, I think this is my new life goal, is that I'm just going to try to maximize my fun in life. And generally, it does seem that fun is actually closely related with skill, effort, training, pursuing difficult challenges, difficult tasks. So even when I'm teaching, when I'm creating art, when I'm writing, I'm vlogging and stuff like that, I try to tackle issues that are personal curious to me, in which I consider interesting and difficult. And as a consequence, I have fun doing it. Like, even me talking to you right now, I'm actually having a lot of fun. Even what you might see this too. You see me trying to do that light thing next to my head? Yeah, that's cool, huh? I'm just like trying to position my camera where I get the light flare at the right spot. So I'm like, okay, that looks cool. So I'm having fun. It's so to me, even photography is kind of like this fun game where, like, ultimately photography and art, it doesn't really matter that much. I mean, once again, I think in life, we tend to have the best life when we don't take ourselves or life too seriously. Well, that's kind of fun, that little light glare. Ooh, that's a good spot. Okay, so, whoops. Yeah, so I would say, in life, strive to have more fun life goals, right? Life goals which are attainable, life goals which are fun, life goals which you feel like is bringing out the best in you. And also realize that fun isn't necessarily always stupid stuff too, because like I see people playing these like dumb smartphone games, and it doesn't look like it requires any skill, because like there's these autoplay RPG games where you just look at the screen and automatically kill stuff for you. I'm like, yo, that takes zero skill. That's not fun. And people find that fun. I'm like, okay, I guess that's okay. But I think, at least for us, we're trying to think life beyond basic. Ooh, I kind of like that light flare. That's pretty cool. Well, that's fun. So even like a new big thing that I personally have been doing is, the more that I could kind of have fun with doing videos, have fun with blogging, vlogging, photography, the better. So it seems like, yeah, the optimal goal in life and with life goals is just to strive to have more fun and strive to discover new ways to make things more fun and more interesting to you. I mean, I personally can't say like how you could do that. I know that like how I've been able to do it. So it seems like these are some things that I've discovered. So I think fun life goals tend to be creative in the sense that you're actually creating something, so, or doing something or accomplishing something. It's not like passive. So to me, having a life goal of going bungee jumping is kind of a silly one, because bungee jumping is something that's done onto you. You don't do onto bungee jumping, which means you can strap any flesh of meat to a bungee jump and then they jump is like, okay, that's cool, whatever. But to me, I'm actually more interested in life goals where I achieve, I accomplish, I do something, I make something, and it tends to be like artistically productive life goals. And you know, other things like some life goals I had was like to become self-employed, and then, you know, to travel the world, and then, you know, stuff like that. And once I achieve these life goals, it's always kind of positing new life goals, and depending on, you know, your point in life or how far you've been able to put things, striving to go a little bit further. So ultimately in life with life goals, the question is, how far can you go?